Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. I'm not home right now, I'm in a hotel room here in LA for SGF, that's Summer Games Fest, but we're going to be focusing on zombies today, specifically the new map that has been announced, teased very briefly, and also a couple of other bits and pieces, including something very exciting that's coming to zombies, which is so nice to hear myself say. It's nice to say something exciting coming, you know? That's always going to be a good thing. So let's go through one by one. First of all, just want to give you guys an update as to what the hell I've been up to recently, because I haven't been posting a huge amount, haven't been streaming a huge amount. That's because various really intense things have been happening. Number one is I've been at TwitchCon. So as you can see, I just got back from TwitchCon a couple of days ago and flew then straight to the Arsenal parade and then flew from there to Los Angeles for Summer Games Fest. I was also in Croatia for a friend's birthday. I was also recording book club content with my grandma, which is going to be edited and posted very soon. So lots of fun stuff to look forward to. That's kind of an update as to where the hell I've been. Now let's look at this image that was originally posted yesterday. So Treyarch gave us a little teaser of what's to come in the blog today, which we'll look at in a second. That was this, and it says, Journey to the Place of Fire in Season 4 Reloaded. As we know, all of the zombies maps are going to be at the reloaded points of the seasons going forward for Black Ops 7, and Treyarch have even added a little note here saying, I've already got it wrong. Kowakujo, so not Kawakujo, Kowakujo is the name of the map. You got this, content creators. Thank you, Treyarch. And the logo looks absolutely gorgeous, I've got to say. It really does look spectacular. I think this map could be aesthetically one of the strongest of Black Ops 7. The volcano is obviously going to look really stupendous in the background. Hopefully it's going to actually erupt in the map. Hopefully that's going to be something that we have some agency over. That would be really cool. It would also be really cool if you could sort of trigger the volcano eruption, and you could either do that early in your game or you could do that late in your game, but it could only happen once. And so sort of like Paradox, where you could flip between states, maybe you could have a flipping between states in this map, but it's a one-time flip. Like, that would be a really unique and interesting way to do it. Almost similar to the excavators in Moon, for instance, where if they've broken through, they've broken through. Obviously you can get rid of the excavator, but still there is a permanent altered state of the map then present. That sort of stuff could be really interesting. So yeah, just this first image does look cool, but let's take a look at the blog post and see what other stuff they've got in there. So we've got more coming in the mid-season, specifically because I've jumped through to this part of the blog, but we're going to go up again in a second. So Kowakujo, the fight for survival heats up in Kowakujo, the all-new round-based zombies map set within a feudal Japanese castle near active volcanoes. Multiple active volcanoes, that is. That's plural, okay. Where a supernatural new wonder weapon, yes, a hellish gobblegum, and deadly new enemies await. And we've got Hellping Hound, the mid-season gobblegum. Chew on new rare gobble to face the horde with more than just your weapons. Stay tuned for a blog for more details. So it's probably going to give you a friendly hellhound to help you out for a little bit, which could be quite interesting, actually. I wonder if that will end up having any kind of tech where it can insta-kill certain enemies, or it can be used for certain Easter egg speedruns. I'd be curious. Anyhow, that's Kowakujo, which looks really cool, and I like the fact that they're going with the feudal Japanese castle sort of vibe, because, as we know, our new version of Takeo is from a quite different time period to all of the other zombies characters that have been introduced in Black Ops 7. He's from hundreds of years prior, so the fact that he can even speak to our crew is kind of miraculous. The fact that he knows how to fire a gun is kind of miraculous. And the fact that he's being friendly at all and not just slashing all of our faces with his sword is also kind of miraculous. But it's going to be cool to sort of go back to something a little bit more of his time. I'm sure that's going to mean that there's a lot of really interesting Takeo dialogue. Now, I'd be remiss to say all of what I've just said and not mention the fact that, as I'm sure many of you know, while I've been traveling, one of the pieces of news that I heard about a little late, actually, because I was so busy, is that Tom Kane has unfortunately passed away. And it's a tragedy, of course. It's something that I'm sure the zombies community will be mourning for a while. And my hope is that Treyarch will recognize the fact that the timing of his passing is so proximate to the release of this Takeo-focused map, and we might get some kind of acknowledgement of his work and his legacy in the map itself. We've seen in Astra, we've seen in Ashes, we've seen time and time again now these sort of memory side quests, and maybe the most famous of all of them is the one in Totenreich, where we obviously learn so much about what Richtofon's involvement was in the nuking of New York. There's probably going to be a Takeo version here, and there's an opportunity for Treyarch to give us more of a look into Takeo's new character, but perhaps also to just show some condolences and respect for a fallen member of the community. So that would be really nice if it can happen, but also I'm aware of the fact that much of this content is probably already finished, and so it might be hard to sort of put those sorts of things in. I have a lot of patience for Treyarch in that regard. I mean, they are mourning the loss of a colleague as well, so let's just hope for the best and see what happens. Now that's the bulk of the Kowakujo stuff that I wanted to focus on, but there's this other mention of something in the blog that's exciting, right, that I mentioned at the start. It's this new permanent mode, Rogue Run. Okay, so this is going to be active from season launch, and it says drop into a whole new zombies experience with a Rogue Run. This fast-moving roguelite twist on round-based zombies features randomized reward paths, permanent in-mode upgrades, and increasing levels of challenge through 5 different playlist selections, each with their own rewards. Shape your path. At the start, begin with a randomly selected common rarity pistol and infinite ammo. The zombies come fast and hard in this mode, so be prepared for a fight. Make it to the end of the round and choose your reward. Then build your loadout. After clearing each round, teleport to an area with 3 different rewards, each presented on a pedestal. Each pedestal draws from a different pool: utility, weapons, perks, field upgrades, ammo mods, and more. Primary weapons have infinite ammo, but wonder weapons and underbarrels do not. Claim your reward with the allotted time, or it will be chosen for you, and then it's off to the next area. Earn permanent upgrades. Complete playlist challenges to gain permanent in-match benefits and stronger pedestal reward choices to aid you in future runs. These challenges often require hunting down powerful HVTs. Included in the possible rewards are permanent Rogue Run upgrades, such as starting with a higher rarity pistol, or getting access to wonder weapons. These upgrades affect subsequent matches in every playlist within Rogue Run, making it worthwhile to progress in each one. The Rogue Run playlists are as follows. Target Lucci, summons volatile attackers that disrupt the fight. Rewards are these: target Mal, target Mo, target all targets in one run, good luck, and they appear in rounds 20, 30, and 40, and then target Endurance, where you just have to push as far as you can. Adapt on the fly, chase the rewards, see how long you can hold out. I've got to be honest, this sounds really cool, but, and sadly it's a massive but, it's enormous. It sounded kind of cool when they were talking about this sort of stuff in World War II Zombies, I think it was. Is that when it was? Man, it's been a long time now. Was it World War II? I'm pretty sure it was World War II. Yeah. Not the like World War II Zombies. Vanguard! Oh my goodness. Time is warping my brain, bro. It sounded kind of cool in Vanguard when we were going to be getting some roguelike elements infused into the zombies formula. That sounded like it might be an interesting twist. However, the idea was so badly executed that it ended up meaning that the mode was significantly less fun and interesting than it otherwise could have been. It was just problematic, really, in my opinion. And so what I'm hopeful here is that what sounds promising ends up actually being fun to play, and that this can then have some iteration in the future, because I think experimentation in this area is a really good idea, and roguelikes and roguelites are extremely fun. So Treyarch has a lot of possibility and potential to play with here. They just need to make sure that the loop is actually enjoyable and it's something that people can understand easily. And I mean, there's a million reasons why it could go wrong, but I'm going to be crossing my fingers that it goes right, and Treyarch managed to thread the needle on this one. Now, I am not going to be able to play this map, or rather this mode, the second this season starts. It's just not going to be possible for me because of the fact that I'm traveling, and that's really unfortunate. But once I am able to, I will absolutely get to it, and I'll make sure to kind of give it a good evaluation. I've also had a lot of people asking me where my Totenreich review is. It's been weird because I've kind of gone back and forth on my opinion a lot. And so I haven't felt like putting a fully formed opinion into a video because there's been quite a lot of potential for it to vary even just to the next day. So I've wanted to chew on it a little bit more. If that's something that you guys are still extremely keen for me to do, then I can try and do that once I get back from my travels. But for now, while I'm traveling, I'm going to be focusing on things like this, which is like breaking news. I'm going to be making a lot of content from Summer Games Fest, and I'll be putting out some other bits and pieces as we go based on your requests as well. So keep those coming. For now, though, I've been MrRoflWaffles. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you all very soon. I miss you guys. I haven't been posting enough. I know I've just been so busy, but more content is on the way. All right. Appreciate you all. Talk soon. Bye for now.